So, continuing our video series on drawing creature concepts, today we're going to draw a few head designs, and we're going to start off by doing a few shapes that I wouldn't really start off drawing. So we've done like an unusual shape. It's almost like a square that's been rounded off. Something like that. So what we can do is maybe give it some quite largish eyes, I suppose, and give it some wrinkles. So we're just going to draw some heads really in this video, just some creature head examples, just to really, try and explore what we can draw, or what you can draw as well. We're gonna actually, without realising it, this is looking a bit like Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars. I'll try not to make it like that. Just give him sharp teeth just to but really, when drawing different creatures, it's best to experiment with the head shape first, because drawing like a simple rounded square shape like that, I've already it's already given me a few ideas just by the shape. That the eyes needed to be slightly bigger, and there's going to be, well, there is lots of wrinkles around the eyes, and like a huge mouth with sharp teeth. There's about 8,000 chins underneath. Sketching them eyes. Just give them like cat's eye type thing there. So that's one possible concept, but if you're gonna do we'll go the opposite now and do a real thin face. We can just start to sketch the side of the face like that. And I'm already drawing like lines which will sort of suggest stuff for us, so I'm just going with what I've drawn and just seeing what happens really. That's all you can do with sketches and concept sketches. Like I said in previous videos, it either works or it doesn't work. If it doesn't, no problems, back to the drawing board or the sketch pad. And some teeth in here. Maybe draw some stuff on the side. You don't know if it works until you start to sketch stuff. quick suggestions of spikes and stuff, or don't know. So being more sketchy with this one because I wasn't really sure about the shape and the things that was gonna occur, but it sort of works. Even though I'm not happy, I'm more happy with that design because it's simple, it's cleaner, and I just have to go over it and ink it pretty much as is really. Whereas this one, I've had to do a bit of work, just like fleshing things out a bit. And you'll find that's what you might have to do sometimes, just to get the actual result you're looking for. I like the eyes though, they look a bit crazy. Little scribbles can be just like scales or something. Doesn't it look too much like hair? Nah, I believe that. I think that's about as far as I'll go with that design. So there's a couple of examples of drawing some quick heads. In the next sort of part of this video, I'm going to draw a concept, but I'm going to wink it and colour it. So hopefully you'll be able to see the progress of it, and you'll just take it from there and keep on going with this concept drawing series of creatures. And I hope you enjoy this, because I'm sort of enjoying this series where I can just focus on different aspects of creature drawing and the stuff that I like to draw. So yeah, let's move on to the next part. So we're going to draw a full head concept of a creature that I'm just making up on the spot right now, and we're going to ink and colour it all in the same video space at the end of this. So there. So I was thinking about doing like a side view and just starting off with a shape like this, almost like a, looks like a large boulder shape, you know, but we can start off by drawing the eye shape there, and you can change the structure of the shape. It's just to give you an idea, sort of the direction of the, you know, the face and the head. And obviously that was on a slant, so you can see that it's on a side view. Just drawing a jagged line there because I'm not sure if that line will stay there. And yeah, I think we are going to change the shape. And we'll change this, you know, the top of the head there. And already now I'm seeing some kind of reptilian creature, so I think we'll go with that. And maybe they have the eyes blinking from the side with the eyelids there as well. I'll just go straight ahead and draw like a reptile's eye. There's some there, and just leave it as that for now. I want to concentrate on drawing the lower part of this face. And then the edge of this head turns into the neck. But I'm not going to focus on the neck there, that's just there just to show a neck. So, sort of established that that is pretty much the mouth area. Drawing the teeth. Obviously the teeth will be under there as well. Change that bit there. Just like the nose hole things there, which just help add a sort of realistic dimension to it, rather than not having any nose holes at all. I'm just drawing some faint lines, because these will be guard lines to draw some like reptile scales. See the drawings coming together. It's a creature idea, a concept idea that I just made up on the spot. I didn't know I was going to make or really draw like a reptile sort of creature head design, but I went with it because that's sometimes what you have to do. Just go with the flow and see what happens. Under the eyes, maybe just do a load of scribbles which will suggest small dragon scales. They're not like dragon scales, reptile scales. Well, same thing. And then these would connect to these larger scales here. Just draw them like roughly, you know, just to get an idea of it. You don't want to draw them final just because it may not look right. So you're seeing the scale shape there, they're just like small little stone shapes or something like that, whatever you can describe them as. And on the top lip, maybe just do this, you know, like a series of lines. Like that. Draw a bit of shadow there. Notice I'm not drawing the scales on the skin to some sort of accurate design. I'm just drawing random shapes, because you'll find that they are like random shapes, so it doesn't have to be too exact or too precise. But I do want these lines to sort of curve on the side of the head, just to suit the sort of 3D aspect of the creature's head, because you'll find that on certain creature designs the heads will have to have like some kind of realistic rules and ways of drawing things. Either that, or I'm just talking a load of garbage, but I think I know what I'm on about, but I may not explain it well. So these are just guidelines, as like I said, for the scale parts. I just want to hurry up now, I don't want to waste much time. Sketching in them quite loosely, because I know I'm going to spend a lot of time inking them. And once they're inked, that's it, you can't go back unless you want to edit them on a computer software program. I'll do some more lines there just to help separate that middle of the head up. Maybe around there there's like a separating, like a little eyebrow or something. This is the most time consuming aspect, building up a drawing, by doing all the details, but it's certainly worth it. So I've got my trusty gel ink pen and we'll start to ink. Obviously, since my style's like a sketchy style, I want to try and make it so it is like a sketchy looking head. So that means by making a few wobbly lines here and there that wasn't there to begin with. So we're doing like a scribbling technique here, which helps to suggest the reptile scales. When you pull back out, you can see the detail, and then when you start to add the actual scales, hopefully you can see that it all starts to fit together like a little jigsaw puzzle or something, or just a reptile's head fantasy creature thing. So I'd say we'll concentrate on the outline. Just create some wobbly lines there. I want a more defined line to go down the middle there. So we're being real sort of accurate with this now. We're taking our time with it. And sometimes that is what's needed, to take your time. Create a wobbly line under there, which sort of helps with the texture of the scales. Will be just the same sort of wobbly line on the bottom half of there, and just keep zooming you know, back out of the drawing and just looking at the drawing objectively and just saying, is things working? And right now things seem to work, you know, for our purposes. We just want to continue this right through the inking process, because once you have a decent drawing, you can start to colour it. Give it a thicker line. Don't worry if you are doing sort of like wobbly lines, because that's the sort of thing that I want to achieve with this drawing anyway. Now the bottom half of this draw isn't as structured as the top. I just wanted the pattern just to be, because ideally, like when I show, if I was going to do like the front view of this, you'd see these lines going around that eye, and round that side you'd see the lines going around that eye, so you'd see a definite pattern to these on the top of the head. But on the bottom I'm just doing random reptile scales. Like this, sort of like lip outline, because it sort of helps the mouth stand out from the rest of it. With just lines. It's sort of like the reptile creature's lipstick, if you will. Just keep a lot of this. Quite sketchy. And still follow the guidelines that you've set. And don't worry if you make little break things in there. This is, after all, just a concept sketch, and you know, redrawing things later is obviously quite necessary, really. It's a thing I've found. As long as it's a good standalone concept sketch, then that's all that matters. Just keep that bit of shadow there. Sketch the teeth in there. Try and give them a bit more curve that you didn't draw in with pencil. It's your last chance to change it, so you might as well make it count. So there's some kind of cheekbone there, and you can work the scales around that. So we're nearly there. So just finish this quite quickly if I can. As long as you follow the guidelines like I've said. And the next part of this we're going to colour, you know, the head design in. I'm going to give it some nice green colours. Maybe just add a few little brown colours in there. Maybe just have some smaller scales, just tapering off on the neck, just to add a little, you know, variety of different but similar textures. Thick line there. This is going to be a giant video size, but never mind. Could have split it up into quite a number of videos, but I'd rather keep this as one large video. But normally I would like split the, you know, videos up into parts, but I think I'll just get away with this at the moment. This like eyebrow there. As you can see. And so we've only just got a bit more to do on this. Well, the inking stage and then the colouring stage will follow. As I said before, don't worry about lines in between, you can just fill them up with smaller, you know, little scales and things. As long as the overall, you know, design looks like when you look back, you can see all the scales and everything, and just see that it's like a reptile type of, you know, or dragon head. Well, I keep saying that sometimes. You know what I mean. Suggest that there. And lastly, it's just darkening the mouth so these teeth stand out more. And that'll conclude the inking of this. And I'm going to just erase all the pencil lines and things like that. So I want it nice and clean just for colouring. I mean, some people won't bother if this is just a concept drawing, they'll probably just start to colour over it with whatever the colours they've got, like, I don't know, watercolours or something, or you know, they might photocopy it and then watercolour it, or just use colouring pencils, but I'm just going to use Prismacolors. So we'll do that right now. So we're going to colour this reptile head. I've got a selection of colours here. They're all Prismacolors with the exception of that last pencil, which is an unmarked pencil, which I don't know what make it is. So I'm going to just get a dark green and we're going to, you know, lightly shade under areas which are in a bit of shadow, and we can just shade over the reptile scales like that for now, and a lot of these areas will be dark too. Shade under there and under there. I mean, don't worry about going over certain lines and things like that, because we're adding layers to it, if you will, just creating some form to the creature. That's the dark colours, and I want to go over with a brown. This is a sienna brown. It sort of like mutes the colours slightly, almost like a swampy type of brown when it mixes with the green. Really, when you're adding layers to a coloured drawing, it helps to do this, especially with Prismacolors. They're really good for blending and things like that, as I've said in previous videos. Just colour the eye, the side of the eyes, like they're the blinker things at the side, like the eyelids. Trying to think of the word then. Maybe start to shade in a bit of different areas of the brown. Just shake it up a bit, do some colours, because we're just gonna blend the colours together anyway. So we're creating some kind of not like a pattern, more like a colour scheme. So there's some sense to put in these scales in like lines that go around the head like that. It'll all make sense once we start to colour more of it in. Just overlay that area as well. So a lot of people think when you do this amount of reptile scales, dragon scales or things like that, you've got to colour individual ones, which you can do that, but to save time in a concept drawing it's best to think of the colour scheme as one grand sort of design, because realistically colouring each one of these in one by one just takes too much time. So you want to try and cut down on the time that you take colouring your drawing. If I want on camera, you know, me holding this camera, I'd do this far quicker. But I'm going as fast as I can, just to get the important elements coloured. That's enough for the brown. I've got a light green, which is called an apple green. We're going to start to blend through, and maybe just add a separate strand of green. Just randomly place it throughout. So like we're strengthening some areas, but we're also creating new areas to be coloured, which sort of builds up the drawing in layers, like what most drawings should be when you come to colour them. You see, it's sort of a process of exploring the colour, you know, as well on the paper. You know, the paper. If I can speak properly. You know, because I know in my mind that I want this reptile to be like a green colour, but if you focus too much on the green, it'll just always be green, different shades of green. And so I wanted to get some browns in there as well, which can be thinned out slightly as well, so it's quite useful to do several different shades of related colours, because we know the highlights are going to be like golden yellow, and there's a bright yellow there, and of course the white will just end up softening all the colours together. I'll do a shade on there, just round the mouth. And also I want the eye to be like a red. So it just makes the eye stand out then. Like that. Just leave the white space there because that's like the reflection of it. I've got a slightly lighter green, which I didn't get out of the tin. It's a true green. I might just go over some of the... This is similar to the last colour, the apple green, but it's more smoother when you... I can't really describe the colour, but it's just slightly lighter anyway, and it's not really important, but that's why I'm just adding little bits of this colour just to soften some areas. So now I've got like golden yellow, but actually it's called a Spanish orange, but it's a golden yellow. I'm just going to go over some areas. I mainly want to go over a lot of the brown areas just to maybe highlight them and just blend in some of the colour together. We want the different shades just merge together. So if you're watching this video, sorry about the extremely long video. It's not often I do these. I'm just testing maybe the format of these larger videos, just because I'm also testing if I make them too long, then I don't know if I can create a real valuable course, drawing course or something. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if to split them up into parts in the future or just take it from there really. I'm still deciding on the format to show these videos in. If I show them in parts, then people might just get fed up of having to stop watching and click another link to watch the next one or something like that. But then a lot of people prefer them, so I might have to stick to these long videos. I might do a mix and match of different stuff. That might be the best way. Let's add that golden yellow in there. Maybe just slightly colour the teeth there with this yellow. I want to get the lighter yellow, and we're just gonna get all the highlights, you know, the white areas, which are some of these parts, and the missing bits right at the top. Across we'll go through these parts there. As you see, the yellow helps blend the colours together. I may not use the white because I think that's a crap pencil anyway. I need to get some more white Prismacolors. Might just leave the yellow. It creates the right effect anyway. The yellows, I think the yellows help smooth it all off once you get all the areas. Just blend some of that in. Quickly go around the mouth there. Just give it a quick blast of the yellow on the bottom of the jaw. And really that's it. I'll just leave that as that. That'll do for now. So that has been the head drawing of this creature. A full massive video. Next we'll probably concentrate on drawing like elements of creatures, like arms and things, and more body proportions and different ways of drawing them. So I hope you stick around for that, and I'll see you in the next video. So keep drawing and be creative. Cheers now.